Hey guys, my name is Mary Ward. I am the Assistant Professor of Graphic Design at MSU Northern, and I'm really excited to work with you guys this semester. It's a really fun class. I know my computer's being a little loud right now, so hopefully that's not too distracting, but I'll try to go over the syllabus in this video, because it's nice to have a syllabus review video, I think. So this is called Graphic Design Applications, Fall Semester 2024. Face-to-face meets Tuesday, Thursday, 12 to 1:15 p.m. in Cowan Hall, room 112. 3 credit hours. My name's Mary Ward, as I said. This is my number. You can text me. It's definitely the fastest way to get a hold of me. On weekends, it's a good idea to try and text, maybe instead of email. During the week, I'm very reachable via email, msun.edu or in Brightspace. So let's go over the course description. I'm going to kind of try to go quicker with this. I don't want to go too long with this video, but this course explores the fundamentals of graphic design. So we cover the aesthetic rules and the software skills used by industry experts. So we learn, design, layout, the creative process, layout and composition, typography, color. We cover a little bit of copyright rules. And then also the software, Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. Those are the 3 main programs used by industry experts. And then with the software skills learned from this course, you should be able to comfortably construct layouts in InDesign, use Photoshop to edit and manipulate photos, and construct logo or vector illustrations using Adobe Illustrator. So this is a blended online course, so I have face-to-face students and online students in the same Brightspace course shell. But you, whether you're face-to-face or online, I want you to use Brightspace daily. I want you to check it. If you're signed up for the face-to-face course, I do expect you to show up to class. I take attendance. If you're online, obviously that doesn't apply to you. So face-to-face students will use the Brightspace course shell, basically the same as online students, except when it comes to discussions, software demos, and project critiques. We do those in class if you're face-to-face. Online students use the discussion area in Brightspace for discussions and project critiques. Online students use this pre-recorded software demos videos that you would watch and follow along to, and then online students and face-to-face students, like I said, do need to check Brightspace daily and follow the directions posted in there. So computer requirements, this is only for online students, really. Face-to-face students, you don't have to worry about your computer, you don't have to worry about your software, it's all provided for you in the Mac Lab. If you live in Havre, you can use the MSU Northern Library. There's 2 computers in there, Mac computers with the software installed, so those are ready to go for you if you have access to the library. If you don't, just make sure you check your computer to make sure it meets certain requirements to run the Adobe software. So you need to make sure your computer is powerful enough to run the Adobe software. So if we follow this link, it shows the minimum requirements for Photoshop, which is the biggest software that we will use in this course and most robust. So 8 to 16 gigabytes of RAM. Your operating system should be around Windows 10, 64-bit. Intel or AMD processor with 64-bit support. That's for Windows machine. Macs are here, so make sure you're checking and making sure that your computer can run the software. Also, this video goes over how to find your Mac system specs. This one goes over how to find Windows system specs. So if you don't know where to find your system specs on your computer, these will show you how to do that. You can also Google it if you need to. If you don't have a computer with enough power to run Photoshop, which is the most powerful program we'll use, consider switching to face-to-face. Like I said, you can use the library on campus if you need to. You can also use the Mac Lab in Cowan 112 on campus, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you're a graphic design student, you're a declared major, I can check out laptop computers to you. You just need to talk to me about that. You need to fill out a form, things like that. Also, if you have a desktop computer somewhere at home, check that too, because oftentimes that's going to be more powerful than your laptop. Okay, so software requirements. If you are online, you're going to have to get a hold of the software somehow. The best way is obviously through Adobe. So we start using the software in week 2, so you don't need to get it right away. Make sure you hold off. I'll let you know when the time comes when you need to get your software purchased. If you purchase the month-to-month plan, you can get that for around $35 a month for each of the 3 programs. You can cancel after 1 month of each, and you'll basically pay under $100 or around $100 for the whole class. It's basically, think of it as a cost of a book for the class. You can also get the annual plan paid month to month, which is around $23 a month, but you have to cancel before 14 days. Otherwise, you get really bad fees attached to that. So I've had students do this, though, with all 3 of the software. They just use a different email to sign up each time for Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign, and they've gotten away with it, but it's risky. I would suggest maybe just doing the $35 a month, unless you want to set a lot of timers on your phone and in your calendars to cancel before the 14-day mark, to be able to get 13 days free of each of these, which would probably give you enough time to get your projects and demos done. So this goes over the software plans in a lot more detail. This takes you to the software purchasing page. These are what the software icons look like. Make sure you don't do the beta versions of the software. Some students have done that in the past and it didn't really work out very well. No required course materials for face-to-face students. So grades based on the following: we have quizzes, assignments, discussions worth 50%. Projects are all worth 10. We have a Photoshop self-portrait project, a logo project, and a business card project. And then the poster project is worth 20%. So this is a little bit more of a combined effort. All 3 of these programs worked together in tandem, and this one kind of is just the culmination. So it's worth a little bit more. Letter grades are basic. Scale here. D's don't get degrees, remember, so if this is a required course for your minor or major, get above a D, obviously. I don't know if all students know this. I'd like to try and remind students that D's don't get degrees. They do count towards your overall credit load, but that's about it. So here's our weekly schedule. This is something that I'm going to let you look at. This does change a little bit, typically. We do have Thanksgiving break in there. So take a look at that yourself there, but that's pretty close to what we're going to be doing. Sometimes it gets a little bit mixed up slightly, but not much. Depending on the semester, they always change a little bit. Student responsibilities. So check Brightspace daily, read the announcements, read the tasks outlined in the modules. Show up to class on time, stay for the entire duration, be engaged. Try not to fall behind, because it's kind of hard to catch up once you've fallen behind. Also, if you're confused, ask questions. Sometimes I don't know if you guys are confused, and so part of your responsibility is to ask a question if you need clarification. Late work, I do take those, but late work is cut down a letter grade for being tardy, and then every week that passes, I drop it another letter grade. Make sure to get your projects in on time, since they make up a large percentage of your overall grade. 10%, the last project was 20%. So missing one or getting those in late can really impact your grade. I really appreciate when everybody gets their work in on time. It makes my job a lot easier. It makes it a lot easier for you. So I just always like to thank students if you're on time. That's like the best for me and you, honestly. So attendance, obviously if you're sick and you're face-to-face, stay home. But it's important, especially for face-to-face students, because you have to come in to be able to use the software and the computers. I do take attendance every day, so it works out to about 5% of the overall grade for face-to-face students. If you have genuine extenuating circumstances that requires an extended time away, just let me know and I can consider an exception. Office hours, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. in the Mac Lab. I'm usually in the Mac Lab, that's usually where I'm at, and it works well. I'm in my office periodically throughout the week, but just text me at my phone number to set up a time to meet if you want to meet outside of class time or outside of my office hours. Academic integrity and misconduct code, accessibility statement. Jonna Antonich can help you if you want to be tested for any kind of learning disability. You can get time and a half for quizzes. You can get special help from your professors depending on if you qualify for that. So talk to Jonna. Tutoring Central, they help you with math and computer, but I'm usually the one that has to help with this type of thing. So Jason and Brittany are really great at helping with Brightspace. If you're not super familiar with Brightspace, you can get a hold of them. This is their phone number and email information. So yeah, and I have a disclaimer that I reserve the right to change the syllabus throughout the semester. But typically the only thing that might change is the course schedule, and that's only by a little bit. but not much. So anyway, yeah, we'll talk to you guys later. Look forward to getting to know you guys better throughout the semester, and yeah, have a good rest of your summer.